The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Agriculture Department is warning of a looming food crisis this year. Let's get the details from Shyla Francisco, who's reporting to us live from Makati City. Hi, Shyla. Good morning. What factors can lead to this food crisis, and when are they expecting this to happen?
Sean, the Agriculture Department listed several reasons, including the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic, the ongoing tension between Ukraine and Russia, and the higher prices of petroleum products. As such, they are expecting this to happen by the second semester or starting July of this year, and already they are seeing the impacts of it now with higher farm inputs such as fertilizers and feeds due to the tightness in the supply in the global market. Sean?
How is the situation like now in markets and farms? Are farmers raising the alarm?
Sean, even the Agriculture Department is saying that there is no problem in the supply as of now of basic agricultural commodities such as rice, fish, vegetables, and meat. And this is what the retailers and farmers are also saying. In farms, production continues and prices are stabilizing, while in the retail areas, specifically in wet markets, prices remain unchanged, although some retailers are already feeling the impact of lower income because of higher transport fares of these agriculture products. Sean?
All right, is the Department of Agriculture doing anything in order to prevent a food crisis from actually happening?
Sean, as of now, the Agriculture Department is really focusing on boosting local production. Some of their focus areas include providing fertilizer subsidies to farmers, urban agriculture, aquaculture, and fisheries. But they do note that they need an additional budget to be able to implement these programs. As such, they've already requested for an additional 24 billion pesos for this year. And in relation to that, they are also seeking for higher budget for the National Food Authority so that they can increase their current 7-day buffer stock to 30-day buffer stock. But we will have to wait if this additional budget can be granted. Sean?
All right, what are the other recommendations by the Agri Department as well as stakeholders to the incoming administration of presumptive President Marcos?
Sean, as of now, the Agriculture Department has finished or has just launched the National Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization and Industrialization Plan, which could serve as a direction or a guide for the incoming administration. But as far as specific policies are concerned, they want the rice tariffication law to be retained so as to continue providing support for the farmers and ensure the increased productivity from the farmers. They also want the Bantay ASF program to continue so this could not affect the supply of meat products. As far as stakeholders are concerned, they want the incoming administration to just focus on local production to ensure stable supply and lower prices of commodities. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for all those updates. Shyla Francisco reporting to us live from Makati. And after the opposition's devastating loss in the last two elections, some groups are looking to transform the volunteer-led initiatives into chapters of the Angat Buhay NGO program. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro gives us a front seat to the story.
This is Amy Gabriel, one of the sign language interpreters for the Bodedos rallies, pushing for inclusivity of the deaf and mute community.
They're clamoring for accessibility. Sabi nila, ano bang sinasabi niya? Anong programa nila para sa amin? Ganon.
But after 7 months of hard campaigning, was met with a loss. Gabriel won't deny the pain.
All efforts were there. Kaso siguro, hindi siguro time for her to win.
The loss dealt a huge blow on the morale of supporters. Then, 5 days after the elections, Robredo chose to turn defeat into opportunity.
Sa unang araw ng Hulyo, Ilulunsad natin ang Angat Buhay NGO. Bubuuin natin ang pinakamalawak na volunteer network sa kasaysayan ng ating bansa.
Political science professor Richard Heydarian says the opposition has to learn from its poor showing in the last two national elections, where it figured in a virtual wipeout.
So I think there's really a need for some sort of anchor to keep the hope going as far as the liberal opposition is concerned.
Angat Buhay was the flagship program of the Office of the Vice President under Robredo. In the last 6 years, it has launched projects for agriculture, mental health, COVID-19, and other advocacies, concentrating on far-flung areas like Lanao del Sur. Volunteer pages for Robredo have already changed their names, for example, from Tangub City for Leni to Angat Buhay Tangub. They even recycled campaign posters for farming use. Volunteer groups for Robredo in different parts of the country have also started to assemble.
Imagine if this movement is given more time. But important here is strategy. Important here is constant mobilization and leadership. And I don't think Leni can do it alone.
Whether the new NGO transform into a political movement for future elections remains to be seen. But for now, Heydarian suggests that the opposition build a new set of leaders to reverse the trend. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro, we are One News.
One News Now will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. What's next for the Comelec after the proclamation of Senators-elect? Let's answer that question with Greg Gregorio, who joins us live from the PICC in Pasay City. Greg, hi. When is the Comelec planning to proclaim the winning party lists?
Hi, Sean. Good morning. According to an interview with Radyo 5, Comelec Commissioner George Garcia said the commission is now considering the possibility of having the proclamation of the winning party list groups by Wednesday or Thursday, or May 25 or 26. But that would be depending on the transmission of the awaited certificate of canvass from the province of Lanao del Sur, where there is still a special elections to be held on May 24th. Sean?
Any updates, Greg, on the special elections that will be conducted in Lanao del Sur?
Yes, Sean, according to Commissioner Garcia, the members of the security forces, including the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine National Police, as well as the local Comelec office, is now closely looking into the area for them to secure, or for them to ensure that there will be a successful special elections on Tuesday. Sean?
All right. We know that these votes that will be canvassed from these special elections can still change the formulation of winning party lists, meaning how many seats they will have. Can you talk us through the process, Greg?
Sean, first, the special elections in several barangays in three municipalities in Lanao del Sur will cover just about 11,000 registered voters. But the problem is the entire votes from the province of Lanao, with more than 600,000 registered voters, cannot be transmitted to the Comelec or to the National Board of Canvassers yet, because the on-bank decided, or the on-bank sitting as the NBOC decided for the province of Lanao del Sur to wait for the results of the special elections before they can transmit all of their votes. Thus, this big number of votes expected from the province has been seen to make an impact to the formulation of the or to the determination of the party list groups, who will be able to secure 2% from the total number of votes casted for party list groups, for them to identify who among these party list groups will have a seat, 2 seats, or a maximum of 3 seats in the House of Representatives. Sean?
Thank you so much for those updates. Greg Gregorio reporting to us live from the PICC in Pasay City. Thank you, Greg. And just 2 days after the PBA draft, and the Barangay Ginebra and Terra Firma Jeep have already sealed a 2-for-1 trade deal. The PBA Commissioner's Office has approved the transaction, which ships Jeremiah Gray, one of the top draft picks, to Barangay Ginebra. In exchange, Terra Firma will be getting Brian Enriquez and Gin King's number 8 pick, Javi Gomez de Leaño. Enriquez is currently in the United States, while Gomez de Leaño is set to start training with Terra Firma today. And in the UAAP, the Adamson Lady Falcons drew first blood against the UE Lady Warriors, taking set number 1 of their match, 25-23. It has been a close game, with 11 deadlocks recorded in the first set alone. This is both teams' last game in the first round of eliminations. Adamson is looking for their 4th win to close the first round within the top 4, while UE is still looking for their first win of the conference after losing 6 straight games to open this season. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.